Alright guys, I'm calling this knife a best buy for 2014 and maybe even for 2015. This is the Skyline from Kershaw. However, this is not the typical Skyline. This is, see if I can focus in on here, Skyline Damascus. So this is something a little bit special, and this is something that was purchased for me from my wife. And so I'm going to review the Kershaw Skyline Damascus. So out of the box, knife, as you can see in front of you, comes with the owner's manual. So it tells you inside the owner's manual how to open and close your knife with either the flipper or the thumb stud. And on the back, it goes over the care and maintenance and how to sharpen your knife. So you'll get one of these in your package as well. Okay. And of course, we have the knife. Comes in, regular plastic packaging, and then on the back came with some, looks like some silica to absorb any moisture. So that's great. So here's the knife. Okay, this is the Kershaw Skyline Damascus. What do you think? Look at that. Look at that metal. It is absolutely amazing. Okay. Of course, made in the USA. So let's go over some specs on this knife here. Okay. The overall length of the Skyline is 7.375 inches. The blade length is 3.125. Blade thickness is 0.09 inches. And of course the blade material is Damascus. Okay, and I'll go over what Damascus Steel is and why it may be an option for you. Now the blade style, as you're looking at the blade itself right here, okay, ooh, it's sharp, right here, okay, it's a drop point, okay, and the finish is Damascus as well. The edge type is plain edge, so you can try to get a good close-up here. All right, and it comes very, very sharp right outside the box. Okay, look at those swirl marks. That is just absolutely incredible. All right, now the handle length is 4.25 inches. And then, of course, the handle thickness is 0.40, so just less than half an inch, so it's still fairly thin overall. The handle material is made out of G10, and it comes in black. And I believe it comes in other colors as well. If you look at the Skyline, that line in the model. The liner material, as you're able to see here, it's made out of stainless steel, okay, because it's a liner lock. The weight is 2.50 ounces, so 2.5 ounces for this knife. That is not bad. That is actually fairly light weight for an everyday carry type of knife. Now this is a right-hander, made more for a right-handed person. You can adjust the clip either tip down or tip up. And this is a flipper. This is not a assisted opening, so you got to kind of give it a little twitch of the wrist to open it up. Okay, and what I'll show you is in comparison with my Kershaw leak. So if I just try to flip it here, it'll stop. So you got to give a little bit of wrist action to open it. Okay, whereas the assisted opening Kershaw's, like my leak right here, okay, all I got to do is just flip this flipper right here, and it comes right out nice and fast. So I wish the Skyline model was an assisted opening, but the folder works just fine. I'm happy with it. Alright, so check that out. Pretty nice, right? Let's see what else. So it comes with the, like I said, it does come with the flipper and the thumb stud. So here's the flipper here, and then here's the thumb stud right there. Okay, both left and right side. Okay, and obviously it's a liner lock. So right here, as you can see, and we'll try to get a close-up here, and it looks like it locks up about 40% on the liner lock. So that's pretty good. And oh, it locks up nice. There's no wiggle at all, up or down or left or right. It is tight. Okay, it's nice and tight. And to close it, just press that liner lock to the left and fold your blade down. Alright, so this knife is made in the United States, which is nice. Always great to support a U.S. manufacturing. And so what type of knife would what would be the purpose for this knife? Well, I would recommend probably more of an everyday carry, everyday use type of thing. Opening letters, you know, cleaning your fingernails, that type of thing. Opening packages, I love doing that. Now, this blade typically goes for right around 150 bucks sometimes on eBay. I was able to get this particular blade at Blade HQ, and I'll post a link down below. And I was able to get it for $53.95, just under 60 bucks with shipping. So, and it took only 2 days, so it was really nice. Let's see what else. I would put this knife, and if you'll see other reviews on YouTube regarding the Skyline, not necessarily this particular blade, but the Skyline, and it is probably one of the top rated knives from Kershaw. Right out of the box, it is super sharp. I mean, I can just feel how sharp that blade is. Okay, and it is very sharp, I can tell, and the point is just incredible. So, and gosh, again, can you see those? Can you see that blade? Look at the metal that they use. Pretty cool stuff. All right, now let's see here. So I'm gonna go over and kind of explain to you guys what Damascus Steel, what it is. So Damascus Steel, what is it? Well, there are some reports that when the first Damascus Steel was encountered, it would cut through the sword blades that the Europeans were using. Now, this is reportedly because the material was the perfect mixture of tough steel and hard steel. Now, in the Middle East, this type of steel has been made for thousands of years, but the knowledge of how to work this metal was lost at some point. So consequently, the type of Damascus made today is not produced the same way as it was made back in the ancient times. So this type of steel is made by taking 2 or more layers of different types of steel and folding them together. As an example of how this might work, think of Play-Doh that you may have played with when you were a kid, and if you were taking 2 different types, or like 2 different colors, and fold them together over and over again, and you get that nice mixture, you have an idea of how this type of steel is made. Now, after the 2 different steels are folded together, the steel is acid etched, okay, and the color contrast and patterns on the blade, as you can see, incredible, right? The color contrast and patterns on the blade comes from the fact that 2 types of steel etch differently. Now, Damascus steel is considered a precious metal because it is difficult to make and can result in very beautiful knife blades. I would definitely agree with that. Now, this means that knife blades made with Damascus tends to be a little bit more expensive and only used for custom blades. So Kershaw actually has different lines of Damascus steel assisted knives as well as folding knives. So my next purchase probably is going to be the Kershaw Leak, just like this, in Damascus. I mean, here's a plain, just bead blasted blade here. Okay, so you can kind of see the difference, and then compare that to the Damascus. I mean, you can't even compare. This blade is just absolutely beautiful, and they do come in, I believe, with different colored handles. I know at least for the Leak it does. It comes with the silver stainless with the Damascus, as well as the black. I think it's like a flat black or satin black with the Damascus steel. So I'm going to take a look at those and get one ordered up here soon, hopefully. So, but this is just a quick review, guys, on the Kershaw Skyline Damascus. you know, check it out. It's something that I don't know if I'm going to carry this every day. It's just too beautiful to ruin. But I might just add this to my collection of knives, and I'm slowly but surely collecting really nice Kershaw, you know, folders as well as assisted, and just for display and just for my own, you know, personal pleasure of collecting. So this is one of my everyday carry because it's nice and thin. I don't know, you know, I'm kind of torn between the blade shape on the Leek. I mean, I like it because it's super thin and it's nice and light. It feels substantial in the hand. It covers my, you know, I can get a good full grip on the hand. There's no jimping on top here, or where there would be ridges to kind of place my thumb. But you know, I like the knife because it's nice and thin. That's for sure. Nice and thin, and I can go tip up or tip down. So, and just be careful when you go tip up or tip down when you switch it over, because sometimes I've noticed with some of my Kershaws, I've had to like drill out my my screw and then get a replacement screw, and it's just a pain in the butt to wait for that screw. So, and these screws typically take a Torx screw, T6, I believe. All right, if you get the T6, the T8, and the T10 bits for a Torx driver, you should be able to completely disassemble your knife and work on your knife and do any maintenance on it, and then put it back together. So, but that's my review of the Kershaw Skyline Damascus. Have a great day. Hope you enjoyed the review. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you want to connect with me on Facebook, please go to my Facebook page at Training with AJ, and also follow me on Twitter at Training with AJ. All right, stay safe, and remember, your personal defense is your responsibility.